Today we will visit easily accessible spots in Moscow that nature lovers will find fascinating. All of these locations can be explored within a single day. We'll start our journey from the heart of Moscow, at the city's main tourist attraction, Red Square. In early May, you'll see red flags everywhere, marking the recent Victory Day celebrations. After crossing the square, we'll find ourselves in Zaryadye Park. It's especially wonderful that we began our walk early in the morning, when the square and park were free from crowds. After lunch, it tends to get quite busy here. Zaryadye Park showcases the natural features and diverse climate zones of Russia. You can see miniature representations of meadows, forests and mountains. The park features typical Russian biomes: coniferous forest, mixed forest, meadow vegetation and even elements of subtropical forest from southern Russia, with few trees and blooming rhododendrons. I particularly enjoy the views from the park. For example, the view of the Kremlin towers through the birch grove is quite unusual. There is something post-apocalyptic about these views. It's easy to imagine in parallel reality that Homo sapiens have vanished without a trace, and everything once created by humans is slowly being reclaimed by the forest. Next, we headed to the Moscow Zoo. It would take a lot of time to walk around all the enclosures with animals. It's the largest zoo in Russia, and children especially delight in a visit to the zoo. In close proximity to the zoo is the oldest planetarium in Russia, built in the early 20th century. This is a great place to take a break after the multi-kilometer walk and learn something new about our universe. Next, we headed to the State Darwin Museum. The State Darwin Museum is a monumental Soviet-style structure. During Soviet times, Darwinism was a part of the state ideology. That's why this Temple of Science was built and named in honor of Charles Darwin. The Soviet Union has since disappeared, but the museum continued its existence after reconstruction. Now everyone can follow the route of evolution from the very beginning of the origin of life to the emergence of modern man.
Видишь, батискаф это? Как на подводной лодке-то. Видишь, Андрюша, глубина, внимание, глубина 2540 метров. Миллиарда лет, архейский раз. С чего начиналась жизнь на нашей планете? Первые насекомые появились. Что у тебя тут отпечаток? Вот. Пройди путем эволюции.
The museum has a huge collection of stuffed animals. It seems that you can find all the animal inhabitants of Russia and beyond here. Stuffed dogs of various breeds. It's quite unusual to see our pets here. All breeds of dogs are shown in comparison with a wolf.
В сравнении с волком, видишь породу собак.
The greatest value of the museum is that it visually illustrates the course of biology. For example, you can see with your own eyes the result of monohybrid and dihybrid crossbreeding. The same can be said for many other parts of biology. I especially liked the idea of visualizing the path of our species, Homo sapiens, from primitive stone structures of natural origin to modern apartments with their own ecosystems, where humans, insects and other small vertebrates coexist peacefully and sometimes not so peacefully. At first glance, it may seem that we, Homo sapiens, stand apart from the animals. We have surrounded ourselves with the fantastic attributes of civilization, beautiful clothes, fast and comfortable vehicles, powerful computers, and even created artificial intelligence. But inside we are still animals. We also forage for food, though with less effort, look for a sexual partner, and intergroup competition between societies often involves many casualties.